Hi, let us sketch simple parts today. When you're doing your sketches, remember that speed is the key. You may be given a task and the person that gave you the task wants quick delivery. So always know the easiest methods possible to conduct a task. So you have to assess the easiest approach possible for you to make the drawing. So we are going to start with drawing the center lines. Then we are going to offset to the right and to the left. Then we're going to make the fillets. So I'll begin with a center line. You move to the right by 125.3. Let's move it to this other quadrant. Okay, let me delete the dimension. Then another line from this point going to this other side with a dimension of 133.42. Let me delete this for now, and the angle between these two lines is 74.4. 74.4 degrees. Enter and click escape. So what I'm going to do, I'll delete this dimension, then offset to the right by a radius of 22.36, offset 22.36, offset to the left by 22.36. Then create an arc, a 3-point arc by 22.36. Then create another arc, .36. Next is to fillet. The fillet radius, I'll use 20. Escape. Delete this. Then you again fillet this point with a fillet radius of 22.36. Click escape so that I can fillet 22.36. Delete the center lines. Delete this so that you can create the right dimensioning. Yes, there we have it. Let's move to the next diagram so that you can see how it can be drawn too. This time it's more complicated. So one of the instructions is to extrude this by 10 millimeters. So what I'll do, I'll extrude this by 10 millimeters. I'll come to the 3D model, extrude. Let me move this first to this. Yeah, extrude by 10 millimeters. That is okay. Then I'll click OK. So this is how it looks like. I press Shift so that I can check it from all angles. Hold Shift and scroll, and hold the Shift and scroll button so that you can move it and check it through any angle that you wish. Okay, there you have it. Next, you go to the next sketch. Start a 2D sketch. Skip 5, new. So new part, create. After creating, you start a 2D sketch. Choose the front pen. Yes, let's move to the next diagram. In this diagram, when you assess it, we're going to mirror. So I'm going to start from the midpoint, 40 to the left, to the right, 60 upwards. Then I'm going to offset these and take 160 upwards, then move, and then draw point from here to here. Then I'm going to offset this by 20, then move this by 130 downwards, then I'll mirror it, then use this arc and create this arc, then complete the diagram. So let me begin. Trim this off. Okay, remove this dimension and try to trim this off. Okay, then go by, from here to here is 8, so I'll go upward by 8. Then I'll trim this off again. Okay, remove this dimension, then trim these. So, okay, then I'll draw a line from here goes down by 130. It's an angle of 130. Okay, angle of 90 degrees. Okay, then I'll make sure that between here and here the distance is 20. No, the distance is 17. Okay, then I'll remove the dimensions, then draw a 3-point arc between here and here. Let me draw a 3-point arc. The radius will be 8.5. Okay, so right, so we've completed the first. So I'll draw this and use the mirroring function. So this is the mirror line. Okay, then I'll mirror this. Highlight, mirror. I've selected the mirror. Let me select the mirror line and click apply. Okay, so let me remove the mirror line. Then the distance between these and this is 6. Then I'll draw a 3-point arc between these and this. The radius will be 3. Yeah. Okay. So let's try to make okay, they're coincident. Okay, then delete this such that you start dimensioning the figure. And all the dimensions have to be similar to this other side. So let's move this. Let me remove this and move this down. Remove this. So the dimensions from here to here, the dimension is 80. Then from here to here, the dimension is 60. Okay, then from this point to this point, the dimension is 80. Okay, then from this point to this point, the dimension is 160. Okay, then from this point to this point, the dimension is 130. Click OK. Then from this point to this point, the dimension is 20. From this point to this point, the dimension is 17. Then from this point to this point, the dimension is 6. Okay, so we've completed the diagram, and that's it. Hello and welcome. Let us look at the next simple but complicated design. Let's give it a try. From the midpoint to the right, let's use 6. Going upward, let's go 5. Okay. Then from one edge to this point, let's select 12. Okay. Then from this point to this point, let's select 38. Let's put it here. This has to be 38. Enter. Then let's use this line from here to here, and this angle between this line and this line has to be 45. Okay, you're good. Let's move to the next drawing from this section, bottom to the bottom section, moving to the right, moving until this point. And let's draw the sketch. From this point to, see, from here to here is 44, meaning from and the whole of it is 58, meaning from this point to this point is 44, so that this one is 20. So I'm going to move down by 44. Then I'll move to the right by 10. Then I'll move down by 20. Then I'll move to the left by 10. Then I'll move downward by 44. Then I'll move to the right by 28. Then I have to create an imaginary point. Let's say this point, and try to create an angle of 45 between this line and this line. So let me dimension. This has to be 45. Okay, so let me delete the dimension, and let me try to mirror this so that I can get an almost accurate figure, or an accurate figure. Okay, then I'll mirror this figure. Mirror, select the mirror line. This is the mirror line. Click apply. Okay, so what I'll do is delete. This is done. I'll delete this line and try to make this point and this point coincident. So I'll come and select this and this have to be coincident, and oh, what happened? Let's try to edit this. This one has to remain horizontal. 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 While this one has to remain vertical. This one has to remain vertical. This one has to remain vertical. And cancel. Okay. Okay. Then what I'll do is make sure that this dimension is 12. This one has to be 12. Yeah. And this one has to be, yeah, this one remain 28, okay. This one 10. This is 10. Just to confirm, this is 20, okay. Then this angle and this angle have to be 90. Okay, so I can delete these, I can delete these, I can delete these, and delete this so that I can have the whole of it from this point to this point has to be 12. Okay, then from this point to this point has to be 45. so it fits in automatically. Let me move this dimension to this point. Okay, so let me draw a line from this center point to the bottom. Let me try to measure this so that it's still 90. Yeah, this is okay. And extend this. Okay, let me offset this to the right by 2, to the left by 2. And make these no, wait, let me extend this. Extend this line and extend this line. Extending the line, I'll trim off this and trim off this. After that, I'll make this line have a dimension of 7, and make this line also have a dimension of 7. Then I'll delete this middle line and connect these 2 points from this point to this point and dimension it such that it will be 4. Okay, we are through. So let me delete these dimensions so that I can dimension it exactly the way that it is in the figure. I can delete these. This remains. All of this deleted. This remains. So let me dimension. What else is remaining? This is remaining. Okay, and we have the figure completed. After this, we can extrude it. Extrude it by let's say 20 or 50. Oh, this is the figure. Okay, this is the extruded figure. Thank you for watching. We will move to the next exercise. There is a figure to the right, so let's draw it. I'll start by a line of 50. And move upward by 6. Move to the right by 36. Move downward by 50. Move to the right by 36. Move upward by 6. move to the right by 50. At this point, I'll drag to create an arc, then dimension it. This arc is 19. Okay, it is done. Just move this to one quadrant so that it is clearly seen. Yes, this is our figure. Okay. Next, we're going to draw these. Let's assume it is an arm that joins the piston to the. Let's say just a piston arm. So I'll draw circles to the top, circles to the bottom, then try to draw some lines. Let me begin by drawing lines from this point to this point, and let's dimension this line to be 150. From midpoint to midpoint, 150 millimeters. I'll type in 150 millimeters. 150. Okay. Then I'll use this as a center point to draw. The first circle, the diameter is 38. The second circle, the diameter is 72. 72. And this circle, the diameter is, let me try to offset this first. Offset this by, the first is 12.5. Then try to offset it by 20. Then offset this by 12.5. Then offset this by 20. Then after that, try to draw a circle whose diameter is 16. From this point, diameter has to be 16. Again, from this point, draw another circle whose diameter is 18, whose diameter is 36. Okay. Then trim lines. Instead of trimming lines, let me join this point to this point. Draw a line from let's trim them first. Trim this, trim this, trim this. Trim this, 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 trim this. Okay, remove the dimension. Then I can trim it. Then connect these points to these points. Then connect these points to these points, and continue with the trim. Trim these, trim these, trim these, trim these, trim these. Oh, Control Z. Trim these. Trim. Yeah. I can trim these two, trim these two. Then I have it. So let me insert the right dimensions. Delete, delete. I forgot to trim these. Delete. So dimension R is 36. Okay. Diameter is 38. Okay. Diameter from here to here is 40. Okay, from this point to this point, dimension is 25. Okay, from this point to this point, the dimension is 150. Okay, then the diameter of this is 18 to the left. Okay, then the diameter is 16 to this point. Okay, we have it. Then we can apply extrude 3D model, extrude, and we can extrude this by 10 and click OK. So here we have it. That's great. Thanks for this lesson. Welcome to the next lesson. Please don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe. Bye bye.